Well, hey guys, just starting out on another adventure, kind of more of an explorer, and out near a recent petroglyph site that I haven't visited since before spring, so I'm excited to get out and see what the flowers have come in, a couple more animals moving, and just overall enjoy the outdoors. I think I just caught a glimpse of something around this rock, so let's go take a look. I thought for sure I saw something here, but maybe not. Well, it appears I went the wrong way when I was going around that rock. So here we go. Here are a couple of glyphs. Interesting circle and line. Got a spiral and a snake-looking pattern here as well. And that appears to be about it for this rock. Well, I've got some more glyphs, but I have no clue how they got up there to carve them, or perhaps this rock that I'm standing on used to be up there quite a bit higher. It could have fallen, but there appear to be several glyphs. Some sheep, deer, maybe some anthropomorphs. Cool stuff, but I don't know what they used to carve those. Yeah, unless there was a rock somewhere here below. Well, maybe it's a bunch of young ones up in that nest up there. Well, there's a good-sized nest up there. Maybe there's a couple of juveniles in there. Interesting. Well, I think I found my next panel of the day. And it's right here by these nesting ravens. Let's get up and take a look at these glyphs. Excited. Wow. Amazing. And here's a look at this panel. Wow. Just amazing. I don't even know where to start. There's so much. Well, let's go right to left. All right. Interesting little anthropomorph there. Another one here just above him. Another one off his shoulder. Got a couple of spirals here and a zigzag connecting them. Maybe an anthro next to him. And as we move across the rock, just amazing stuff here. Some more anthros here. And just so much. Some zoomorphs. This snake pattern, zigzag, whatever you want to call it. The spiral and zoomorphs there. And more anthros. A couple more here, higher up as well. Just amazing stuff here. I'm glad I went for this explore. It's paid off. This one's cool. Anthro with a really small head. One with a huge block head. And just some other typical. This one's kind of interesting. This has been just packed in. In fact, all of these look to be packed with either a stone with a hammer or just a hammer stone on its own. And even if you look at these here, the patina has been carved away and also carved deeper. So you have the individual pecks in each glyph. That's interesting. An anthro with a zigzag and spiral coming off his hand. Reminds me of playing with a yo-yo as a kid. But that's probably not what it means. Around the corner. Salvage stuff here. Kind of a cool sun type glyph, or circle with radiating spokes would be most accurate. Another spiral with a zigzag coming off of this anthro's hand as well. More anthros, more patterns. So this spot is, a mile or two down the cliff wall from the basket episode that I did. I'll try to link that, which they're not really baskets, it's just glyphs that look like baskets. But these are amazing. There's another circle with radiating spokes, I guess we'll call it. And just more glyphs and more circles with spokes. Even more here. Let me take a step up higher. There's another circle with the radiating spokes. Some more anthros here. This one's kind of cool. Small one. That's probably 4 inches across at the outside of the spokes. And the trapezoidal body that's common here in this area. And more anthros up here higher. Let me take a step up. An anthro with kind of a twin forked head. What does it mean? Who knows? But it's obviously it was special enough for the person that carved it to spend the time doing it. And just a couple more pictures since the sun popped up from behind the cloud. Maybe we'll see a couple more things we didn't before. But a really cool panel. Big. That one's kind of interesting too. I probably mentioned that in the previous shot of it. But there are so many sunburst type patterns here. More than is typical. They sure make quite a racket. That's a cool one for sure. Let's Let's go around the corner and see what's next. There's definitely something carved in that alcove. Let's get closer and take a look. So, I got these here. And a little overhang that never gets any sunlight. Kind of a cool little panel though. Interesting. Yeah, I'm looking for a view from a different angle. So, on my way around, and there's more. There's the spiral on the other side. Actually very cool. Not too many places you see opposing spirals. I can link to a couple that I've seen. Let me step up a step higher. There's one spiral. Some other marks around it, but kind of indistinguishable. Directly opposite. And down a foot is this other spiral. Cool find. These things always intrigue me. Why are they here? What did they mean? To place two of them like this. And here's the next panel. It's just every time I turn a corner, it seems like there's more. So, a couple of spirals here as well. Oh, and somebody doing the splits, it appears. That's an interesting glyph. Let's get in closer. Cool spiral there, very nicely carved. Another looser spiral there, and through here. But this guy takes the cake. It's really interesting. And around another corner. Got a great panel here. Another panel here with a bunch of hidden stuff on there, right to left. I got this. Is it a really white head, or maybe it's two heads? I can't tell. There are a couple of two-headed glyphs. I know of one three-headed, one four-headed glyph, and that's for a future video. This is interesting. This is really kind of roughly packed. And moving over to the next rock, or the next face, I should say. Here's we have another anthro here. And here, starting at the bottom and going up, I guess. So cool. Interesting big anthro right there. And smaller ones, kind of trapezoidal body and downturned arms and legs. Interesting, interesting for sure. Some more anthros here. Very cool sight. I was walking along this path right here and got to here and thought, this rock looks too recent of a break, but maybe I should look around this corner. And that's what you get around the corner. We got some interesting anthros and zoomorphs in there. A couple of things up higher. Missing like the nose off of that antelope looking, or sheep-looking glyph there. And the anthro with 5 toes and 4 toes and 3 fingers. Who knows? Interesting. Glad I came around here. I may have to call it a day, but there's another corner, and I must turn the next corner. Another couple of glyphs here too. Got one here. Oh, I'm coming up on that raven nest again. Let's see if they make some more noise for us this time. Well, it appears the ravens are being quiet, so let them be. They'll show up sooner or later. Lots of other birds nearby. Oh, there is something up here. I guess I'm going back up a little bit. That looks really cool when we get up there. Wow. I don't know how I missed this on my first climb up this ledge. This is really kind of cool. On this wall, got all that sharpening marks or straightening marks, whatever they were doing. And more on this rock. And almost like little pestle type bowls there. A couple of them here too. More there. And up here. This is kind of interesting. It's got the crosshatch. So, glad I saw it. Glad I made my way back up here. Don't know if I can get around to see anything else really, but that one's interesting. Those are really deep, really deeply carved. Maybe 1/4 of an inch deep. These are maybe a 1/2 inch deep, some of them. Well guys, I think this is going to do it for today. It's been a bit of a climb and hike. Lots of ups and downs as I climb around and look at walls and panels. And what we have here on this wall is just absolutely amazing. So glad I found this one today. Stay safe, folks. Remember, respect the rocks. Respect the land that the ancient people lived on and the hardships that they bore in living in this rugged environment. They left these marks here for a reason. And perhaps it was just so they could pass stories down from generation to generation for thousands of years. I'm glad I live in a spot where I can enjoy them and enjoy the springtime in the desert. So long, folks. Be safe. If you pack it in, pack it back out. Let's keep the desert clean. Remember, don't touch the rock art. It's very fragile. And even though it's been here for thousands of years, just the oils from your hands will destroy it all that much quicker. And it's amazing how going to places that have lots of visitors, that the rock art I've seen destroyed over just the 50 years that I've been enjoying it. So, cheers guys. Stay safe and keep rocking. Now all I have to do is find my way down to the little car. Making my way down the hill, and where I was underneath that raven's nest, look over here and across that ledge. And got some more glyphs right in here. Maybe I'll see if I can take a couple of photos zoomed in so I can really see what they really are. Oh, that looks cool. Looks like I've made it back to my car. Now if I can just make sure I don't bottom out that little car trying to get back on the road. When you drive carefully, there's all sorts of places you can go. Even in a car that's a little bit low. Cheers all.